event scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Ryan Hill out of the Beta Academy, one of your guys there, Luke Thomas. He'll be fighting in the red corner, and Samuulah Amady fighting out of CP Nong Muay Thai. He'll be fighting out of the blue corner. There's the bell. Both fighters meet at the Domino's logo right in the middle of the ring.
Hill, by the way, is never out of shape.
I mean,
he could live on a diet of beer and
Five Guys,
gummy bears, and he'd look like that.
A lot of Domino's pizzas and Hooters wings.
Great job using the wizard to keep standing, but he didn't quite finish the scramble, and Amady gets on top. Now, knowing Hill like I do, my guess is he might use the cage for wall walking. Again, you see his toes in there. They can't do that. What I think he's probably going to do is control this to get a stand-up. Not to say he doesn't have a good guard. He actually does. And his jiu-jitsu is phenomenally improved. It's really, really kind of hard to pass his guard these days relative to what it used to be. But he's not, I don't think he prefers being a guard player. I think he likes to pass.
Ryan Hill at 34 years of age. We just saw a guy fight at 36 years of age. 34, when I was 34, I felt like I was in the prime of my life. That's not too old for me.
No, and if you see someone like Ryan Hill, who, by the way, always in the gym, and it's crazy. Like, he'll go take Thai boxing, then he'll come in and put a gi on and do jiu-jitsu with us, then he'll stay and do judo. We have a guy at our school who's a Mongolian Olympian, former Mongolian Olympian, which is another tough class, and he does all of them in quick succession, stays healthy. It's really an impressive guy.
Amady right now looks fully in control of this. Amady in the blue gloves on top of Ryan Hill in the red gloves.
See, this is where, I mean, like, if there's a criticism strong for me to make here, but he might get the armbar here if he can get his hips up and over. Obviously not quite far enough. The wrestling of Hill is probably not his strongest skill set. You see him clamping down and now going open guard, but not doing just a whole lot of offense from the guard and not doing a whole lot of trying to get to a hip and then trying to wall walk and stand.
Both guys weighing 170 pounds. Samuulah just on top the whole time and just driving the forearm into the chest of Hill. And keeping that chin down, making sure that Hill can't get any strikes in.
And not passing guard either. I mean, McGovern previously stood a guy up in one of the fights tonight for not passing guard. Well, let's see if he does that again here. Probably not. He's bringing down that right hand unanswered. This is a terrible place to be. Your head can't move. You can't really get out of the way, and you're taking a pounding.
44 seconds left in round number one. Yeah. Amady's been on top the entire time.
Fights are often about appearances, and I bet internally Hill's saying, I'm not in danger, I'm fine, but it just looks bad.
Right.
You've got an open guard, you're not attempting any submissions, you're not pushing him off, you're not trying to stand. You're just sort of taking there and defensively accepting what he's giving to you.
Amady just throwing those elbows, just landing them with 18 seconds left to go. Those hurt Hill. No matter what you do, they hurt.
And here's the worst part about what's happening here, or at least the good part if you're Amady. Amady's going, you know what? This guy didn't offer up any submissions. He didn't try and scramble back to his back. He didn't really push me off enough to stop my defense. I don't even have to pass his guard. I guarantee you he comes right back out in round two and tries the exact same thing.
And I would do it. And that's exactly what I would do. There's the end of round number one. Hill makes his way over to the corner. Amady makes his way over to the corner. And that's exactly what I would say. But if you're in Hill's corner, you got to be telling him, be aggressive. Get off your back. Get into this fight. That wasn't anything. But let's check it out because Amady's on top of him the whole time as they got cranked up. Good right kick.
Well, it was blocked there. You see Hill shake his head no. And he's blocking a lot of these shots, but it doesn't matter. You're underneath.
Right. And for the judges, all they see is Amady just being in control of this.
Think about what judging is. You're judging a performance.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it lands necessarily. They have to. It's a lot of what you can show versus what it actually means. Often in mixed martial arts, and the show there was all about what Amady was doing.
And what are the folks from the Beta Academy telling Ryan Hill?
I guarantee you, stay on your nimble. Stay nimble. Stay on your toes. Get your back off the cage at all points. If you get taken down, scramble. Get to a hip. Let's see what kind of back-taking skills he has. It's better than just laying there.
Absolutely. Tom McGovern, the referee for this event. Here we go. It's round number two. This fight is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. As he makes them out, boom, there goes the bell, and here we go.
And Hill likes to fight at a more even pace. If he wants to do that, he has to make that happen.
Hill, I mean, the dude's back looks as ripped as his front.
It's crazy.
That doesn't happen. I don't even know. I didn't know you had muscles there. But Hill just looks fragile when he gets chased down.
Yeah, there was not much of an attempt to get his hips back.
No.
When Amady sort of just bullied him over.
Yeah, and nothing right to left. It was just straight backwards.
Again, I think so people like to fight at certain paces, and sometimes your pacing may not work with your opponent, or it may not work with the style of the game itself. MMA is kind of a game where it's got to go, 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 go. Again, not crazy, but just consistent and pretty often. Hill likes to fight at a pace where it's, again, I would not call it lazy at all, but I would call it a little more measured. And so it's just not really conducive to this kind of environment.
Amady throwing those knees that you love so much right into the ribs of Hill, but I would bet that the shape that Hill is in, he's probably, I mean, he's feeling them, but not like somebody else is feeling them.
Yeah, but still. I
mean, you can see his ribs.
Yeah, hurt or not hurt, you're losing.
Yeah, you're losing points, and that is a problem.
And he's also turning the wrong direction. You want to face into them. And now he's getting mounted. Now he's strong here. He's got super strong hips. And you see that right there, just like that.
I mean, Hill just looked like he was tired of being on the bottom.
Yeah, no, Hill has fantastic hips, fantastic balance when he is in those kinds of positions.
He literally looked amazingly strong right there. Amady had no answer. He just stood up and put him right on his back.
And he did it halfway through the round. Now, I'm not saying he has to pass guard to win, but you can look, he just let Amady scramble up. It's good that he's no longer in that position. Great jab off the kick, by the way.
Another good jab. But Amady throws another right. This is more fun to watch when the guys are up like this, especially for the crowd, but not necessarily conducive for what Amady wants to do, especially with a 6'2" guy.
Amady looking a little bit winded. Not too bad, but something to pay attention to as the fight progresses.
Good kick from Amady. Amady in the blue gloves, Hill in the right glove. Good right from Amady, right to the chin.
But you can see, look at the pacing here of Hill. Very measured. He likes to pick his shots, which is fine. You just got to make sure that you do that on your terms, that when someone tries to launch offense, you're either out of the way or you're countering.
When Hill throws rights and lefts and kicks, they just, I mean, he looks like for points, not for anything that's going to stun him.
So he saw that coming and didn't get out of the way. That was a little bit surprising.
Right. I don't know, maybe he's winded also. Hill in the
I
red.
doubt it.
Amady.
I mean, unless he had an adrenaline gun.
Right. Amady in the blue gloves, coming up to the end of round number 2. It's just a slow-moving right, but it still caught him. I can't believe Hill doesn't see that coming.
Well, Hill moved in a straight line backwards. That's why.
Right.
He didn't circle out. So if you move it slow, it doesn't matter. You're still in the same position for it.
Right. Slow-moving fight there towards the end, but it was great to see Hill just be so aggressive coming up off his back and moving Amady forward and putting him down that he needed to be in that position. Luke, it was unbelievable.
If I'm, and the coach here is Coach Nakafon for Beta Academy. If I'm Coach Nakafon, and I'm not, but if I was, I'd be saying to him, look, again, you need to circle out more when he tries to run at you like this, but also you need to just start jabbing and moving, throwing offense, stop waiting. There's that right hand over the top that he throws, and then he just walks him straight back, throws the right hand. If he's just going to be fighting at his pace, it's just not going to work because Amady's going to fight at his pace, which is faster and, frankly, a little bit more dynamic at this point.
Absolutely. And I see Ryan Hill has the double mouth guard that you were talking about earlier.
Yes, he can get away with that, though.
Yeah.
Trust me, he's not tired. He might be mentally, in a different position and, nervous or whatever the case may be.
Sure.
He's not, I assure you he's not tired. I've actually asked him about it before. He's like, yeah, I don't mind it at all. And I'm like, well, I hate you.
All right, Tom McGovern starts the round. This is the third and final round for both these fighters.
Yeah. If he can stay busy, pump the jab, cut an angle, throw a kick, make Amady react, make him second guess, make him figure out, I got to do something else. This isn't working.
Even though,
look, circling here.
Even though Hill looked like he had gone at the end of round 2 a little more aggressive, I still give Amady both rounds.
Good scrambling by Amady, an attempted almost sacrifice throw there from Amady, but again, the hips of Hill on top. He's got great balance. But he's going to let him up in the scramble here. It's very surprising. You hear his coach telling him to press forward.
Hill in the red gloves, Amady in the blue gloves. 2 minutes left to go in round number 3. I know you hate to call it when one of your fighters is in there, but do you feel like Amady had won those last 2?
Certainly won the first, most likely won the second, yes.
Like we said, fighters can't grab the cage. It's just against the rules. You can't do it with feet or fingers.
Nice head toss. He's got to come up. There you go. He could mount here if he wanted to, but he's got to watch out for getting out the back
just
door.
lets him up.
Yeah, look, scrambling looks like I'm just going to move faster than you, but there are finer points to it that if you don't mind your piece of cues, someone else can get away, they can create distance, or they can reverse the position on you.
Samuulah is in the blue gloves. To me, if he goes and he fights somebody else that doesn't let him off of those things, he would have been in a bad spot. But to me, it looked like Hill said, okay, you want up? We'll let you up.
Well, it's just funny because I know Hill has more skills than this. I've seen it. I've personally felt it. I've passed guard on him, and he's recaptured it. I've taken him down, and he's gotten back up. I'm not sure exactly what his game plan is here, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
I'm sure Amady's teammates might say the same thing about him, too.
Absolutely.
But it's just not. This is not a display of the full arsenal of Ryan Hill, for sure.
Amady throwing a couple of knees to the thighs to see if those are stinging, but there goes Hill trying to throw it right.
What's crazy, if one of the guys wants to get busy here, this fight is winnable for both guys right now.
Right now.
It's no one is so deeply out of it.
Like, Tom McGovern breaks him up. Let's get fighting, he says. Both fighters, middle of the ring.
That right hand is finding a home on the counter by Amady.
Yeah. 2 times he's landed that. That's the 3rd time he's landed it.
Nice check there by Amady as well. Nicely timed under the punch. Let's see if we can make something happen here. He's got double underhooks. This is his chance. He gets turned. You know what? The initiative there by Amady was what won him that.
Right.
Ryan Hill had 2 hands underneath the armpits, clasped together, but just waited around a little bit too long. The other guy using them, pulling him and then turning him to get the takedown.
There it is, the end of round number 3. What a great fight. It looked slow, but both guys didn't want to get knocked out. Nobody wanted to be in the position to get tapped. They both gave a full effort, like you were talking about. Not sure if it was exactly what Ryan Hill wanted to do, but that's what happened. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the call from Chris Fuller.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge A scored the fight 30-27. Judge B scored the fight 30-26. And Judge C scored the fight 30-27, all in favor of your winner. Out of the blue corner, Samuulah Amady.
Amady, your winner over Beta Academy's Ryan Hill. A good first effort if that's his MMA debut. Again, a lot of things that need some polish, a lot of things that need cleaning up, and that'll come. But, you know, look, again, he was the one with bad positioning here. Or actually, he tried to throw, and then at least was trying to scramble. Nice head toss, but he could have stepped over here with that right foot and didn't, just kind of drove him to the mat. It's a nice toss, but you got to finish it. You got to finish it.
It just wasn't Hill's best effort that we've seen before out of him, or what you've seen from him at
Yeah, and you see him double underhooks and still loses the takedown.
Cagezilla, Ashburn, Virginia. Don't anybody go anywhere. We got more great fights right now.